Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are working on multiplying by tens and hundreds. Does anybody know what's special about our number system here in the United States? We have what is called a base 10 number system. Our base 10 number system allows us to move by tens and hundreds very easily because every value goes over by 10. So we start with ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and it keeps going up in increments of multiplying by 10. So our lesson today is focused on just that. I shared the wrong screen. I want to share my iPad screen. Just give me 1 minute to get that set up correctly, okay? Does anybody have anything they would like to share, math related only, while Miss Farmer gets this set up? Can somebody read to me what's in the chat because I can't read it? I'm gonna stop that share. I'm gonna share this like so. Like so, like so, like so, like so, like so. We're multiplying by tens and hundreds because, like I said, we work with a base 10 number system here in the United States. We're going to first go over the directions. It says click add response. Go through slide by slide. Be sure to watch all the videos. Submit to your journal when you have completed your work, because once you submit it, I will grade it. If you don't submit it, you get a 0. It's very, very simple. I love it. Love how simple things are. Multiplying by tens and hundreds. This is our cover page. Nice and simple. Moving on. Skip counting by tens. How do I skip count by tens? Anybody know? What do I?
I know.
Go ahead.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
What? That was so good. Does anybody think they can take it from there? What comes next?
I want to do it.
Go ahead.
100, 10, 100, 20, 100, 30, 100, 40, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200.
Beautiful. So you guys see I didn't fill in them all. Will you? Yes, you're filling them all in. I don't fill it all in because sometimes friends like to screenshot and then just copy and paste my stuff. And I want to see the work you can do, not the work that I can do. I already passed 4th grade. Next one, it says, click the link to watch the video. What should I do here?
Watch the video.
Click the link and I should watch the video. Oh my goodness, it's like you guys are so smart. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Multiplying by multiples of 10. How can we multiply single-digit numbers by multiples of 10? We have used base 10 blocks to help us understand math concepts. This unit block represents 1, this rod represents 10, and this flat represents 100. We've also learned how to multiply numbers by 10. 1 times 10 equals 1 group of 10, which of course equals 10. 2 times 10 equals 2 groups of 10, and that equals 20. 3 times 10 is 3 groups of 10, which equals 30. Notice the pattern. Anytime we multiply by 10, we stick a 0 at the end of the number we multiplied by. So 1 times 10, well, here's our 1, and there's the 0. 2 times 10 equals a 2, followed by a 0, 20. And 3 times 10 equals 3, followed by a 0, 30. Interesting pattern. Let's find out what happens when we multiply by multiples of 10. We can find multiples by skip counting. The multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. 3 times 20 means 3 groups of 20. Let's see how many that is. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 3 times 20 equals 60. I notice that 3 times 2 equals 6, and I still have that 0 on the end from the 20, like when we used to multiply by 10. Let's see if that happens in our next example. 4 times 30 means 4 groups of 30. Let's see how much that is. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. 4 times 3 equals 12, and we stuck the 0 from the 30 at the end of 12 to make it 120. I think we just figured out a mental math strategy. When multiplying by multiples of 10, multiply by the first digit, then stick the 0 on at the end. Miss Curley instructs her class to multiply 5 by 4 tens. She then says to multiply 3 by 3 tens. Write the math sentences and solutions for these problems. There's 2 parts to this problem, so let's underline what's important. First, we need to multiply 5 by 4 tens. After that, we're going to multiply 3 by 3 tens. Now we can write our math sentences. When we're multiplying 5 by 4 tens, we know that 4 tens is the same thing as 40. So we'll write 5 times 40. Let's see what this looks like. When we count all of those, we see that we have 200. 5 times 4 equals 20, and don't forget that 0. Now for the next part of the problem. Multiply 3 by 3 tens. 3 tens are the same thing as 30. We need to find 3 groups of 30. When we count those tens up, we see we have 9 tens, which is 90. 3 times 3 equals 9, and don't forget about that 0. The math sentences that Miss Curley asked her class to write are 5 times 40 equals 200, and 3 times 30 equals 90. In this lesson, you learned how to multiply single-digit numbers by multiples of 10.
So, was that super duper difficult? All I had to do was watch that link. Moving on. Multiply by multiples of 10. 4 times 30 equals 120, and it shows you it. It also has a little play button here. What do you think I should do with this little play button?
Play it.
That's a good idea. Can you guys hear it?
No.
Solve this first problem.
Now it is.
Now it stopped again.
It was playing and then it stopped. Now it says, oops, Connect is not supported.
Content. Working on it. All right.
Shapes. And I'm going to just insert a shape to show that that's a group.
When you are watching this on your own, watch that, because this video here, I don't like the purple. I'm on a purple background now. This video here shows you how she did this, okay? Which will tell you how to do this. So make sure you watch that video. All right? She put in the shapes first, the squares, and then she put in her rods of tens, because there's supposed to be 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in each group,
And there's supposed to be 30 inside each one.
right. And so that's what she did. And she showed you how she did it. So watch that so that you can know how she does it. And then you can help solve these problems. Okay? Now that you know the pattern, you might be able to do these ones. Good luck. That's a challenge. But I still want you to do them. And then there's a few word problems too to go over it. I want you guys to start working on this now. Like, I'm going to stop recording. I want you to start working on it now while you're with me on Zoom. Remember, you just hit the home button so that you can't see my Zoom anymore, and you go to your Seesaw and you start working. That way, if you have questions, you're literally right here and you can just ask me, okay? The video of this lesson that we just did won't be available until 12 o'clock at noon. Any questions, comments, or concerns? All right, I'm not seeing anybody saying, yeah, I got a question. Nobody's talking, so I'm guessing you guys are good. I'm gonna stop recording until you guys get to work, okay?